Writers, we have been busy writing during our writer's workshop time, haven't we? It's been so much fun to chat with each of you and see the amazing things you're doing as writers. So last night, I was making a grocery list, listing all of the items that I needed to get at the store today after school. One of the items I was writing was asparagus. As I was writing it on my list, I realized that I don't know how to spell asparagus. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been writing and then all of a sudden you get to a word that you don't know how to spell? Give me a thumbs up if that has ever happened to you. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is a problem that you will have for the rest of your life as a writer. It's true. Some of you might be thinking, of course that happens to me now. I'm in elementary school. But when I'm older, I'll be able to spell all the words. While it's true that as you get older, you'll learn how to spell more and more words, sometimes you'll still come to words that you don't know how to spell, even when you've been writing for many years. As I was thinking about how to spell asparagus, it got me thinking, what do I do as a writer when I come to a word I don't know how to spell? And then I realized that it might be a good idea for me to share some of the things I do when that happens. Before I share some of my spelling strategies with you, I want to find out what strategies you're already using. Will you think for a quiet moment? What do you do when you come to a word you don't know how to spell? Turn and share your thinking with a partner. It sounds like many of you already know some things to try. I heard many of you say that you stretch out the word. What does that mean? Turn and tell your partner what you do when you stretch out a word. I heard some of you say that stretching out a word means that you say the word really slowly and listen for the sounds you hear. So, if I wanted to spell asparagus, I could stretch it out and listen for the sounds I hear. Asparagus. I saw some of you show your partner how you place your hands together like this. Then you say the word really slowly as you move your hands apart, like this. Asparagus. Then you shrink it back up as you bring your hands together. Asparagus. So you say it slowly, you stretch it out as you bring your hands apart, and then you shrink it back up and you say the whole word again. As you're saying the word slowly, you think about the sounds you are hearing and you write down the letters that make those sounds. So now it's your turn. Turn to your partner and practice stretching out the word asparagus. Then use your hands to shrink it back up. Talk with your partner about the sounds and letters you hear. Now watch me as I stretch out the word asparagus. I'll write down the sounds I hear. Now I'm not sure if the letters that I'm going to write will be correct, but I can be brave. I can simply write down the sounds that I hear. Asparagus. So today I'm going to show you some things I do when I'm trying to spell a word. Perhaps these ideas will help you too. I'll add our ideas to this anchor chart. So up at the top, I've written, when I need help spelling a word, I can. And now we know that one of our strategies is to stretch out the word. Whoops. Sometimes when I'm trying to spell a word, I look around the room and see if I can find the word I need. If I can find it somewhere in the classroom, I can just copy it down. Will you join me in looking around the room right now? Give a thumbs up if you notice some words all around our classroom. Turn and tell your thinking partner what words you found. If you're like me, you notice that we have a lot of words all over our classroom. I don't see the word asparagus anywhere, but if I was trying to spell Saturday or yesterday or birthday, I know just where to look. That's another strategy you can use to spell a word. I'm going to add look around the room to our chart. And then next to that, I drew a couple of little eyes to remind us that we can use our eyes to look around the room. So far on our anchor chart, we have listed 2 strategies that can help us when we are spelling a word. Here's something else I can try. I can break the word into parts and work to spell each part. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to say the word asparagus and break it into parts. I'll clap to see how many parts or syllables are in that word. Asparagus. I clapped 4 times, so that means that there are 4 parts or syllables in this word. Watch as I say each part and write down the letters that I hear. Asparagus. Let's add break the word into smaller parts to our anchor chart. I want to give you lots of time to write today, so I'll teach you just one more strategy for today. If you come to a word you don't know how to spell, you can ask a friend. I'll show you what that means. So let's say I want to write, tomorrow is my mom's birthday. I'm ready to write the first word, tomorrow, but I don't know how to spell it. Do you think that it would be appropriate for me to call to my friend who sits across from me in the classroom, hey, do you know how to spell the word tomorrow? Turn and talk with a partner. Why should I not ask for help that way? What's another way that I can ask for help? I heard a lot of you say that the way I asked for help was too loud. I agree. Writing is thinking, and in order for other writers to do their best thinking, I need to use a quiet voice to ask for help. Let me try that again. Could you help me please spell the word tomorrow? Give a thumbs up if you think that was a better way to ask. I agree. Okay, let's see what my friend says or does. So maybe I am the friend in this scenario, and maybe my friend has come up to me and they've said, hey, do you know how to spell the word tomorrow? A strategy that I can use is one that we've already talked about. Maybe I could look around the room and say, oh, yeah, look, Mrs. Ross has already written it on the board about tomorrow's lunch. So as the writer, you could come up with your writer's notebook, and you could stand right here and you could copy it down letter for letter so that you would know that you are spelling it correctly. So let's add ask a friend to our anchor chart. So take a look at the strategies we listed today on our anchor chart. Use the chart to help you tell your partner what you can do when you come to a word you don't know how to spell. You're going to have a chance to try this. Today, if you come to a word that you're not sure how to spell, look back on our anchor chart and let these strategies help you. Okay, it's time to begin. Think for a moment and decide what it is you'd like to write about today. Turn and share your idea with your partner. So today we talked about several things we can do to help ourselves when we get to a word that we don't know how to spell. How did it go for you as a writer today? Did any of you use the strategies we listed when you got to a word that you weren't sure how to spell? Did you use another strategy? Turn and tell your partner what you did to help you spell today. Bye!